Weekly update. This is one of the easiest wins for any of the leaders in the room. Super, super easy, okay? Anybody here send out a weekly video update to your team? Monthly? I know you do. It's the next slide. So a lot of us do email, which is perfectly fine. I think there's a better way. Let's look at part of Tom's.
Good morning, Complete Fleet. What's going on? Here we are in March. I can't believe it. I hope everybody is safe yesterday and today. If you're out on the roads, please be safe. It's going to be a really cold week this week. Before I jump in here, I want to congratulate Cesar from Mercer for achieving his first bonus ever as a technician. Cesar, that's totally kick-ass, man. You've committed yourself to learning. You've committed yourself to putting in the effort, and it's paying off. So congratulations to you.
That is awesome for so many reasons, right? Yeah. First of all, it's completely free, right? Second of all, he did it in his car with like a baby seat in the back, which is totally authentic. And like your people watching, they're like, I have a baby seat in the back of my car. I don't think it's smart to do it with the baby in the seat because they're loud, right, and unpredictable. But it's super cool. And you know, a really smart person once told me his name is Paul Spiegelman, and we had a chance to work with him at Stericycle. And he said that employees really want three things. They want to be recognized for the great work that they do. They want to have room to grow and learn. And they want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. So if recognition checks one of those three important categories, he hit that right off the bat. It's a great time to do it. The whole update was maybe 3 minutes, and he just ran through what was going on in the company just to keep people up to speed, completely free, so much more personal than an email. What's the reaction been so far?
The reaction has been amazing. When I was delaying getting started on doing those things, it was because I was afraid of putting myself on camera and that kind of thing. And I made the commitment almost a year ago. I do it every single Monday. And every once in a while, I'll just ask somebody in the company, like, hey, are you watching those weekly updates? Does that have any value? Because I start getting self-conscious again about it. And, you know, people probably hate this and they hate seeing me and hearing me and stuff. But every time I ask an employee, and I'm very specific, new employees within the first month, I'm asking them if they're watching them and if they're getting value from them. And the response has been phenomenal. It's, oh my God, I look forward to it. I love it. Keep doing it. They're great. I loved it when he said this or did that or this kind of thing. It's been really a positive reaction, and it takes me 5 minutes once a week.
Mm-hmm. It's the easiest win on the list. Yes?
Are you doing that if you have multiple sites, locations?
I do. I have 3 locations. That's why I started doing it, because I was actually getting feedback from employees that they weren't seeing me enough, they weren't hearing from me enough, and so that's why I started doing it. I just put it up on our YouTube channel, and everybody watches it in their weekly huddle on Mondays.
Yeah.
I've got 25.
Yeah, so and some people say, well, I'm all in one location. I would say if you're away for a week on vacation, just record one from where you're at. And we'll get into bringing people into your world. I think that's super important. But I really think that this is a fit for any leader in any type of organization. You know, we're not always in the office, and it's a great way to kind of keep in touch. A couple things on Tom's. One thing I would change on this. By the way, shooting in a car, great location for 2 reasons. Number one, the lighting's usually really good as long as you do it during the day. And secondly, they're super quiet as long as you're parked in a driveway somewhere. So for sound and for lighting, they're really good. One thing I would change, watch the first 3 seconds of this.
Good morning.
See the build up smile? A lot of times it's super easy just to clip the beginning off of there. Just start with a smile, okay? You want them to know you were excited from moment one. Really good. By the way, the difference between the car and another one of your updates, which is this one here, this looks like a scene out of The Godfather, like you're about to make us an offer we can't refuse, right? With that ugly orange tungsten light in the background. Get lots of light on your face, guys. It makes a huge difference. It's hard to deliver a positive message when nobody can see your eyeballs. People are worried about being perfect, too. You guys got to ditch that. We talked about how you look and sound, but how many times when you try to record yourself do you hit stop because you stumbled over a word, right? And you want your videos to be perfect. Talk to someone for 2 minutes after we finish the presentation today and see how many times they stumble over a word. I know I've done it several times since we started here. That's life. right? Like our video communication needs to mimic how we talk in real life. We're not perfect in real life. So if you stumble, just let it go. For these weekly updates, like unless you really mess up or you say something that's incorrect, just be authentic and let it go. And this may be my biggest peeve on the planet. Don't use cue cards. For anything that you ever do, cue cards are never a good idea under any circumstances ever. And as smart and as crafty as you think you are about taking your eyes away to look at them that no one will notice, everybody notices. Everybody. The second your eyes break contact with that lens, immediately all the authenticity is gone. All of it. Right? And the other thing people say is, I want to use a teleprompter. Teleprompter is a skill. It is not a crutch. Teleprompter is a skill. Those people on the news that make it seem seamless, they have been practicing that, especially in this market, for probably 20 years. Every single day. And it's great because teleprompters are so accessible now. You can turn your iPad, your phone into a teleprompter. They are not a crutch. Do not script yourself. What you should do, if you like prompter, give yourself bullets. Because a lot of times it's not that we don't know our message. We just don't know where to go next. There's a structure to what we wanted to say, and we're so much in our head saying what comes next that we're not delivering what we're saying now very well. So if you're going to use prompter, use bullets for sure. What I always suggest to people as a trick, they're like, all right, well, I have a lot of information, I'm not going to remember it. Just hold your notes. So if it's for your team, especially, if it's internal, even for customers in some situations, if I'm putting out weekly blogs or whatever, I got in front of the camera, I would be holding my notes, I'd say, hey guys, got a lot I want to cover today, I don't want to forget anything, so I'm holding my notes. As soon as you make mention to it, it's totally cool. That is so much better than drifting your eyeballs left and right trying to read stuff that's hanging on the walls of your conference room. And I know some of you have done it. You don't have to admit it, but I know that.